Obviously, if you're going to do something like this, you're extremely mentally ill, extremely deranged, and don't belong in polite society, right? And I dare say that they were warning signs. But obviously other things as well. You know, what medications were they on? What other factors did they have? But one of the biggest factors in quite a few of these instances, 4 out of the 6, and I can only say that because one of these people grew up in an intact home, and then the other person they didn't say anything about. But 4 of them had either no father or a very poor father figure. You have Vladislav Rosylyakov, for example. He grew up in a troubled family with an abusive alcoholic father, a disabled Afghan war veteran, and a strict Jehovah's Witness mother who restricted his social life. Mark Lepine, born to an abusive Algerian father who beat the family and held misogynistic views. And a French-Canadian mother, Lepine changed his name at 14 to distance himself from his father. Adam Lanza grew up in a divorced family. Whitman was raised in an abusive household by his authoritarian father, Charles Adolphus Whitman Sr., a plumber who inflicted physical violence on the family. His parents divorced shortly before the incident. And this is where I think that, or for all the claims that Mark Lepine, for example, thought he was fighting feminism or whatever, I'd argue that it's a manifestation of the ideology itself, because obviously that pretty much goes all the way back to Satanism. And it's only Satan that's relishing in everything that's going on, all the evil that's going on in the world at the moment, whether it's abortion, whether it's apostasy, whether it's school shootings, whatever it is, trans ideology, etc., you know, gender mutilation, surgery, all the rest of it. Satan's relishing in all of it. Obviously, a lot of the ideas of feminism completely go antithetical to the way set down by the God of Christianity, as an example. So therefore, we go directly against that. So we can assume where feminism is coming from, especially if you look at the history of feminism, right, and the origins of the feminist movement, and you know, going back to like Wiccan, you know, Wiccan rituals and all stuff like that. The one thing that really does stand out, though, is the lack of a good father figure. That's one of the big lies of feminism, is that men and women are interchangeable. It does make you think, if they'd had, and I'm not saying it would have been any different, but if they'd had a decent father figure, the one that wasn't abusive or wasn't alcoholic, or, you know, the family structure was good and morally virtuous, and men and women understood their roles and stuff like that, and they both aspired to be better for each other and to glorify God and all the rest of it, maybe possibly things would have been different.